You want to see the scar? Here. Yeah, uh-huh. Told you I wasn't making shit up. Well, that's a bit of an odd story. I don't know if you'll... Alright. Well, I was driving down Rankin last evening. Winter had finally decided to stay for the season, so I was driving past the park to see if any of the streams had frozen over. Yeah, wishful thinking with it being Texas and all, but hey, it's gotten cold enough before. While I was driving along, I passed some guy lurching around in the middle of the street. He was stumbling around so much that I thought he must be hammered out of his mind. I turned the car around to see if I couldn't keep him from getting run over, and that's when I saw his arm. It was hanging limp by his side, absolutely covered in blood. There was so much of the stuff that it was dripping from his fingers like a leaking faucet. I switched on my headlights to get his attention, and he turned and looked at me with this 1,000-yard stare. He must have been in shock, because when I got out of the car and walked up to him, he just kept looking ahead as if I wasn't even there. I worked up the nerve to say something to him, and he immediately snaps at me, asking me what I want, looking at me with his dagger eyes, ready to pounce. Yeah, I was freaked out, but I wasn't about to leave him there. I told him I could give him a ride to the hospital, and after I said that, he just deflated. He turned his eyes away from me as if embarrassed for even talking in the first place. Even then, though, it was a struggle to get him into the car. He kept saying that he couldn't go, that he had a dentist appointment or something. I did get him into the car eventually, though he didn't seem much pleased about it. The whole ride to the emergency center, he just leans on the door looking out the window. Every so often his good hand would go to his pocket and play with something that sounded like marbles, but I couldn't get a good look at what he was messing with while I was driving. By the time we got to the hospital, he was acting up again, saying that he needs to go to the dentist, a dentist, some kind of dentist. He wouldn't stop talking about a dentist. A couple of EMTs got attracted by the noise and came up to try and help us. And the next thing you know, the guy pulls out a pen absolutely caked with gore out of his pocket. Out of that same pocket spills several dozen teeth, human teeth, scattering around the floor in every direction. Swear to God. He was waving his pen at the two EMTs with his back turned to me, so I put a hand on his shoulder to try and calm him down. Quick as lightning, he swipes at me, giving me that giant gash I showed you. The guy with a pocket full of teeth won't stop apologizing about it, saying he shouldn't be there, still holding the pen at us. Nobody else wanted to touch him after seeing what he did to me, so the guy scooped up as many of the teeth as he could in one go, said sorry one more time, then bolted out into the night. Yeah, EMTs called the cops and sent out a notice on the guy, but he hasn't been seen since. No, if I were making shit up, that guy wouldn't have gotten away from me that easily.